Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope you are all good. I hope you had a fantastic week. I am very, very excited today. I've got some cool stuff to share with you, but I'm also feeling a little bit out of sorts. I've been very much rushed this morning. And I need to turn on my sound because I have an awesome guest joining us just now. And sound is on. Okay, perfect. So first things first, my guest that's joining us just now is Peter Nielsen. He is from Virtual Portal Cafe. So the first giveaway I've got is to win one of two 2x1 hour sessions. So for virtual reality experiences. So what that is two people will win 2x1 hour sessions. So you can go with your child or your child can go with a friend, and that is in Sunnydale, Cape Town. And Peter's going to come join me a bit later and we're going to chat all about it. He has just opened his new business, so it's really, really exciting. So first things first, please follow me on Instagram and join in the discussions on my posts. Just going to pop a little linky in there. Just a reminder, if you are watching on YouTube, all the links are actually in the YouTube video. The links that I'm popping now into the discussion are not going to show up on YouTube. I've got a reason for that. YouTube then takes my video down and says it's spammy because you guys are all commenting on Facebook and there's not much happening on YouTube. And then with me popping all the links in, they take my video down and it's a nightmare. So if you are on YouTube, then all the links are within the video description. Awesome. Good morning. I've got Malunga, Bongeka, Prunella, Dom, Raya. Good morning, everybody. I hope you are having a fantastic Friday. I don't know who is at home today with their kids, but it's a school holiday today for our kids. They gave us a nice 4-day weekend because of the public holiday yesterday. So yeah, my kids are downstairs with my husband being very, very quiet, I hope. Awesome. Then please like my video. That will really help to boost my reach and that would be really, really cool. So next thing up, very exciting. I don't know if you remember, I did a whole stack of photo books a while back. I've just done a new one. So you can get 15% off using the code Kaboutjie June 22, and that is only valid for 2 weeks from today. So get your order in. They are absolutely stunning. It's off the, let me just change my, off the everyday photo book. Just change that. So it's off the everyday photo book, which is the one that I have ordered. And you know what's really cool is previously I did a photo book for my daughter's first year, a photo book for my son's first year. Then I did a photo book for my children throughout the years together. So I could see them, you know, growing up throughout the last like 8 to 10 years. And then I did my wedding album, which I was so excited about. It was so beautiful. And now I'm doing more of what the everyday photo book is intended for. So it comes in this cute little envelope. It's actually pink, but I don't know, my light seems a bit funny today. Anyway, so it comes in a cute little envelope, cute photo. And so what I've done here is this is kind of for this year from January till now, till June. So there we go. It's my 2 kitties. It's just so beautiful. There's my daughter with one of her besties. Look how they are. It was a movie night at school, and they had to take their massive teddy bears. They took sleeping bags. They took like, I don't know, like everything. You can see my daughter's journal. Her friend is holding it there. One of her journals. I mean, she took like everything. The whole boot was loaded. It was like they were going camping for a weekend, except they were only there for 2 hours. My kitty's on the beach because that's where we spend a lot of time. This is my kids with their sunglasses and hat day at school. There's my son. That was a birthday party we went to. Here's my son, and he's got these 3 little llamas. And this was a great moment for him because he's got the most amazing teacher. and she does something called the game of life at school. And as you achieve certain things and you do well in school, you kind of move up in the game of life. And each time you reach a new level, you get a new privilege or something cool. And this teacher loves llamas. So when a child reaches one of the levels, I can't remember which one it was, they get to take home the 3 class llamas for a couple of days. And, you know, they can sleep with them, they can take them out with them. So this was his llama moment. It was absolutely, it was so special. He was so chuffed with himself. There's my daughter on the beach, drawing on the sand. This is one of our trips to Cape Town, where we went to Boulders Beach with all the penguins. There they are with my sister. And there's me and my kiddies on the beach. Yes, we spent a lot of time on the beach. My kids on the beach. It's my husband and my son. We went out for a meal to the Spur. Thank you, load shedding. We had to go eat out. It's me and my mother-in-law. That was a kitchen tea we went to recently. My husband's cousin is getting married. My dad, my husband and his dad. That's at that awesome restaurant we went to eat out at, which I can't remember the name of. River Market. The River Market restaurant in Faltrick. It was divine. That's where we got the food on the spade. There's my son. He lost his front tooth. I don't know if you can see in the photo there. It's so cute. And then I remember I said my son started chess and he did his first chess tournament. So there is his medal. He was so chuffed. And there's the whole team. I'm not going to bring that up close because it's got other people's kids in it. My son and my nephew, because they played together. They both got medals because they play in the same team. Both my kids on the beach, beautiful pictures. And my kids on our stoep at home with the beach in the background. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. And it's made me realize that I need to take more photos and really nice photos and be more kind of conscientious about it. I can see that, you know, like on a birthday or Christmas or a special occasion, I take photos, but sometimes a whole month goes by and I don't take any photos. So doing this Photo book has reminded me that I've got to keep my phone out and I've got to keep snapping all of those special memories. So let me see what links I've got for that. Okay, so I'm just going to pop the code and the link to buy into the comments for you. There you go. And then you can also get gift cards, which is something that a lot of people have asked me about previously. So I'm going to pop a link into that. Yeah, I mean, this is like for your mom. This is a stunning gift for Christmas, for birthdays, for any time. And I just want to tell you a bit about the everyday photo book. So you get a variety of photo books at Photo. This one is one of the cheaper options. It's meant to be an everyday photo book. So this is what you do every month. You go and you gather all your photos, you pop it into a photo book. It's 20 by 20 centimeters. And you get to put 21 photos in. So you get the front photo and then 20 inside the book. And it's available in soft cover and hardcover. I prefer hardcover. So the hardcover is $345 per book. And like I say, you can get 20% off. It is only for the next 2 weeks. So, you know, place your order ASAP, get your photos organized and pop your order in. You can order as many photo books, everyday photo books as you like. You'll get 20% off every single one. And you can use this voucher code multiple times as long as you use it within the next 2 weeks. So yeah, I am very, very chuffed with this. And I'm about to order my next photo book. We just took a trip into Cape Town. I'm going to talk about that shortly. We packed so much into this weekend that, in fact, Monday morning, I thought I was pushing snooze on my alarm and I was so bombed. I clearly didn't press snooze. I clearly turned the alarm off. And I woke up to my sister-in-law bashing my door down because we are in a lift club. I pushed the off button and I went to sleep. And when she knocked on my door, I opened the door and I just said, save yourself. She said, no, I'll wait for you guys. I'm like, no, save yourself. And my kids were late for school for the first time ever. And instead of bashing myself up, I thought I'm actually going to congratulate myself because my daughter's in grade 5. She's never been late, not once. Neither has my son. So I thought I'll actually just pat myself on the back for actually doing well for 5 years and not beat myself up for the one mistake. But yeah, we packed so much in on the weekend. And I've got all those special moments ready to put in my photo book. So I am so chuffed with that. So if you have any questions about the photo book, please let me know. I'm ready for your questions. You can also share a free digital copy of your photo book via email. And they've got a money back quality guarantee. So if you're not impressed with the quality, you will get your money back. But I can guarantee you that you are not going to be doing that because it is absolutely stunning quality. It is beautiful, a beautiful book. One other thing a lot of people ask me about. So on this photo book, you can add a title here and you can add a title here. But on this book, you don't get to add, you'll see there's no captions on any of the photos. So that's not an option in this book. But if you order any of the other books, you can edit the text and there's editing layouts and you can add captions. So the best-selling photo book for that, I'm popping that into the links now. And I'm going to go check out all your comments. Morning, Shantae, Jill, Marcus. Good morning, Janet, Cindy, Chantel, Bongeka. Oh, you also at home today? Yay, that's awesome. Dom, you're also at home with an 11-month-old. Marcus, you're following all my platforms already. Thank you very much. At home with kids all asleep. Marcus, how do you do that? Please inbox me your tips on how to get the kids to sleep like late in the morning. Please, I would love to know. Malunga, also having a long weekend. Stunning. Joel, you definitely want to get this for your kids. You actually thought of it when you were looking at your kids' photos this week. Yeah, it is. For me, this is absolutely stunning. And like I say, this is the first time I'm actually taking photos and having them printed. We don't really, no, we've got one photo printed that we've got framed on our wall of my kids, one of their school photos from preschool. It's a beautiful photo. But other than that, we don't have any photos at home. So this is like really nice to have something physical to touch. So I highly recommend you give it a go. Jade, you're a healthcare worker, so no off days for you. Oh no. Tavhani, morning at home with my kids. Awesome. Marcus, a big discount. Yes, it's a fantastic discount. Dom, you must get one for your little one growing up. Yeah, definitely. I mean, they grow up so fast and then I don't get to see all those memories because it's all on my computer. I mean, I do now because I've got it all in my books. Deshri, your kids' photo books are cute. I know, it's beautiful. Dom, yeah, you're from Cape Town. Yeah, I'm from Cape Town. I was born in Cape Town when I was in primary school. For the first year or two, I was in Kirstenhof, and then we moved to Nurek, and I went to Cork Bay, and then I went to Fisher High School. So I love Cape Town, but I'm living in the West Coast now for the last 10 years, and it's a beautiful place to live. It's so much safer. It's very down to earth and quiet, and which is really nice for bringing up a family. But sometimes we want to go out and have a jaw, and then Cape Town is the place. Lunga, you're also from Cape Town. Very beautiful pictures. Marcus, you saw my pictures on Instagram. Also gorgeous. Yeah, it was a fantastic weekend. I still haven't put a lot of the photos up on social media because, well, it gets quite hectic. I shared a lot of photos during the weekend in my stories. So, yeah. Shantae, it's an awesome gift to give someone or to use for yourself. Yeah, fantastic. Jill, oh wow, I'd also be just as chuffed. And Marcus, you're laughing at me. Yeah, I know. I don't like waking up like that. I usually wake up, say about half an hour before my kids, and I have my cup of coffee in peace and quiet during the week. And then I get ready for school, wake my kids up and start making lunches and stuff. Waking up like that on a Monday morning, like waking up when you're supposed to be walking out the door, is not so great. Oh, that's my comment. Oops, sorry. Justine, you're at home with your 6-week-old baby. Oh, awesome. Congratulations. That's fantastic. I hope you're getting some sleep. Jill, my kids are all up quite early. Wish they could still be sleeping. Yeah, so Marcus, send me all your tips. I'll put it in a blog post and I'll share it with everybody. How do you get your kids to sleep? Let's just say past 8 o'clock. That would be my goal. Like, how do you get them to not be up at 6 a.m. on a weekend in winter? Because that is not nice. Jill, you don't even have your wedding photos printed. Oh, I know. I was so chuffed when I got my album printed. It's just so nice to have it off my computer and in the house. It's stunning. And my kids are both still. How do you do it? Send me all your tips. Lisa, most of your photos on your phone. What a risk. Yeah, I mean, I save all my photos on Dropbox. So, it goes from my phone into Dropbox. But still, it's on the computer, which is not very nice. Marcus, because they're homeschooling, I allow them to sleep at 10 p.m. at night. So they tend to be up like 10 p.m., 10 a.m. most days, mostly 9 a.m. It works for you because you're up at 5:30, so you have the mornings free. Okay, yeah. See, I can't let my kids stay up till 10 o'clock. They've got school early in the morning. So, yeah. Okay, well, there's your tip, ladies. Homeschool your kids. Oh, dear. Dom, you love Cape Town. You're originally from Durban. Jill saying, yes, please, at Marcus, share your tips. Prunella, your biggest wish is to visit Cape Town one day. Too many beautiful sights to see. 100%. Yeah. I miss Cape Town in a lot of ways. It's where I grew up. It's my home. But now I'm 43 and I've been living here for 11 years. It'll be 11 years this August. So it's like a quarter of my life. I've been living in the West Coast. It feels weird to say like this is now my home. Anyway, cool. So yeah, like I said, I've got Peter joining me soon on as a guest. So when he jumps on, we'll get into the virtual portal cafe and the virtual reality stuff. Okay, so I've shared everything on the photo book. Fantastic. So now I want to jump over to, oh wait, we've got Jill. You learned your lesson. You saved all of your third-born pictures on your laptop and then it crashed and you lost it all. And you only have those. I sent you others, and those were his photos from the day of birth. Oh, that is so sad. Yeah, I lost everything on my laptop when I was doing bookkeeping for a couple of companies, and my laptop died, and I lost everything, like all my work. And that was just before my daughter was born. So I started using Dropbox immediately after that, and I started doing everything on the cloud. So thankfully, none of my kids' photos have been lost. I just haven't been very dedicated to taking loads of photos and to taking them from my computer out until recently. So that's really cool. Okay, now I'm going to talk about chocolate. Who's listening? Unfortunately, I don't have a Cadbury giveaway today. They said probably next time there'll be a giveaway. But I got this cool box. I'm just going to pop a link to the post on my website that tells you all about what the theme is of the homegrown stories, and it's about bringing all the languages to. I mean, we've got so many languages in South Africa, so it's about telling stories in your own language. So check this out. Don't get excited about the size of the box. There's not that much chocolate in it. I mean, there is enough chocolate, but when you look at the size of the box, I always hope like this whole thing is chocolate rock to the full. So it's homegrown stories. South Africa is facing a literacy crisis. In a nation of storytellers, only 2% of children's books published in South Africa are in local African languages. Cadbury Dairy Milk wants to change the headlines. Your generosity can help children fall in love with reading and turn the page on this issue. So, I still haven't figured out quite how this works. So, I got this cool thing. It's a game. I don't know how it works yet. We're going to check it out. We're going to check it out this weekend. So, it's like a Cadbury game, homegrown stories. And we got where's my stuff? A dice and some colorful pieces to move. So we got the little things. It's obviously for your little man. And then I got all of these clear ones, which I don't actually know what they're for. And then we got cards to go with the game. And like I said, I have to figure out how to play it. The kids are like itching to get started. I don't know what you win. Oh, if you win like chocolate to eat. Who plays the chocolate game, by the way? You know, when we were kids, I mean, you know, like now kids go to parties and it doesn't seem like there's, you know, the old games like Pass the Parcel and musical chairs and stuff like that. But do you guys know the chocolate game? I think that's what we're going to do this weekend. Maybe we'll try put the chocolate game into this game. You know, where you eat the chocolate with a knife and fork? Let me know if you guys have played that. If you haven't, you've got to do it with your kids. It is so much fun. So yeah, I think I might have some stuff falling over here. But in the box, I got all the chocolates. So they each got their little space in the box. Let's get them all out. So I've got, yeah, these are really cool. So go and buy these and you can help the mission of the homegrown stories. It's really, really cute. So like I said, there's more information that I put in the link on my post on my website. Yeah, so these are absolutely divine. And then you scan the QR code over here to bring the story to life. So there's a QR code on every single one. Just pack this away. I love chocolate. So we're going to be playing today, this weekend. Maybe tonight. Yay. Cool. Desh, you've never heard of the chocolate game. Okay, I'm going to explain to you how to play it. Nadia, I'm going to play the chocolate game today. So I don't know if you know how to play it. I'll explain it now. I've never heard of it. You guys have never heard of the chocolate game. That's so bad. It is like the best ever party game for kids, you know, for birthday parties. Lundale, I grew up on lots of oral African folk tales and the written fairy tales that contributed a lot to my linguistic skills. Okay, so I don't know how to play this chocolate game. I'll figure that out and I'll tell you in the next live video how that goes. Marcus, the chocolate game, please sound more exciting. It sounds delicious. Okay, so what you do, and this is like the best. So the first thing you have to do is you've got to put a slab of chocolate, or 5, depending on how much chocolate you eat. For me, it'd be like 5 slabs. And you put it in the fridge. So the thing is, the chocolate mustn't be too soft because then it makes the game too easy to play. Once the chocolate has been in the fridge for a little bit, you take it out, you open it up, you put the whole slab of chocolate on a plate. And then you put a knife and a fork by the plate, and you get something like a scarf or a hat or sunglasses or both. And you put that on the table, and then you have 2 dice. Or do you say die? 2 die, okay? And then you go around the table. Each person has to throw the dice. And if someone throws 2 6s, they then have to put on their hats and the sunglasses or whatever you have there, and they've got to pick up the knife and fork, and they've got to cut the chocolate. Now, they're not allowed to use their fingers at all, and you can only cut 1 block at a time. So if you cut it and 2 blocks pop off, you then got to cut it so that it's only 1 block. And then you have to get the chocolate into your mouth only using the knife and fork. You can't touch it. And while you're doing this, the rest of the players are also throwing 6s. So even if you've just put the hat on and the next person throws 2 6s, you've got to take the hat off. And then it goes on like that. And the goal of the game is to try and eat as much chocolate as you can. It's absolutely fantastic. If you haven't tried it, you've got to give it a go. That was like, my kids love that game. So yeah, we might we might be playing that this weekend since we got so much chocolate. Even my husband takes part now, and he loves it. I'm like a pro at it, so I've actually got to slow down because my kids are still figuring out the tips and tricks on how to cut hard chocolate with a knife and fork. It's not that easy. Anyway, so that's a great party game for kids. I highly recommend that you try it. Okay. First time I see this game, it looks awesome. Yeah, but the chocolate game I'm talking about is not this game. I don't know how to play this game. I still have to figure it out. It just makes me think of the chocolate game that I played as kids. Unfortunately, this is, and everybody asks me about this when I receive the stuff from Cadbury's, I receive lots of cool PR stuff. So this game is that I received and this box is not available to you guys. The chocolate is available. So you can go buy the chocolate at main retailers. Tell us how to play. Yay! Aria, who sells the game? Nobody sells the game. The chocolate game that I described is just something from my childhood. This game is a PR drop. So yeah. The chocolate won't survive the entire game in my house. It's the best game. And I mean, it's not just for kids. I love the chocolate game. I could play it with my adult friends. Shanae, where can we buy this game? This game is not available. Okay. Larry, my kids would love it. Of course they would. You will love it. Brunella, the chocolate won't last long enough to reach the plate. Well, that's why you buy more than, that's why I say, like, I'll buy 5 slabs of chocolate, you know, so that I can eat some to keep going until I get to the chocolate coming out the fridge to the plate. Okay. Tarina says, for more fun, wrap the slab in newspaper and sellotape, but it takes longer. Laurie, you'll remember it for your teen's birthday in November. It is so much fun. Marcus, disguise while trying to cut chocolate. It's just part of the fun. You got to put the hat and the sunglasses on. It's just cool. And that game looks like it would make a great present. Yeah, definitely. Awesome. So I can tick that off my list, I think. Let me see what else I've got. Okay, so while we wait for Pete, I'm just going to chat about my trip to Cape Town quickly. It was so cool. Let me see. Okay, so trip to Cape Town, like I say, we packed it chock-a-block. We left as soon as the kids finished school. And you know what's so cool now is I remember when we would go away, like maybe just even a day trip to Cape Town when the kids were younger. And it's like I almost had to hire a trailer for the prams, for the cot, for the like everything, and the bottles and the like breast pump and nappies and like, yeah, I'd just be going out for like a day trip to Cape Town and my boot would be full and it would take like a week of preparation and half a morning of packing and trying to get stuff packed with kids. It was crazy. And having to like make sure you have washed enough stuff, you know, because the kids go through so much stuff. What I really noticed now going away to Cape Town for the weekend was I packed my things after I did my live video on Friday last week and I had it ready and waiting by the door. I fetched my kids. We came home. We had a bit of something to eat. I said to them, go pack your stuff. 10 minutes later, we're ready, Mom. I went to the door and I said, did you pack this? And they said, no, I need to get this still, you know, like a swimming costume or whatever. And they quickly went and got it, popped it in their bag. I said, right, check done. Let's get in the car. What a pleasure. You know, the kids are getting older. And there were times when they were young where I thought, I'm not going to survive this at all. I'm just not going to make it. This mommy business is too much. And I'm finding now that, you know, going away for a weekend is such a pleasure and it's so easy. So that was the first thing on Friday afternoon that really struck me is that it was so little effort to just get in the car and go with my kids. So our trip started off really well. We arrived in Cape Town quite late because we stay with my sister when we go to Cape Town. And although it's only an hour and a half to Cape Town, that's Cape Town when you enter from the West Coast. My sister is in Scarborough, so I've got to drive all the way down through Cape Town, over Kaboutjie, through the valley, all the way around, and then almost to Cape Point to go get to my sister's house. So it actually takes from our house to her house about 3 hours with traffic. So it's a bit of a longish trip. We got there, I think it was just getting dark. And then, yeah, the first thing we did is we went out to go have pizza at Camel Rock Restaurant in Scarborough. I'm going to add the link. It is such a stunning, nice little, oops, what am I doing? It's such a beautiful little restaurant and such a nice area. What I really like is that, like, since I've left Cape Town, it's become so built up and so busy. And yeah, but then you go into Scarborough and it's like this quaint little town where there's not much going on. It's very quiet and just so, so nice. So Scarborough is a fantastic place to visit, and Camel Rock is the restaurant there. It's beautiful. Oh no, Laurie, you've never had a vacation with your kids. You can't wait for the day that we eventually do. Yeah, I mean, we don't have a huge amount of money to spend on going away and stuff. So we don't go away very often. But if I go to Cape Town, we get to stay at my sister, and she feeds us and she cooks everything. So it's free board and food, you know. So that makes it a lot easier. Laurie, packing for small kids just to go to church is a mission. Exactly. I'm just wait for it, Laurie. When your kids are older, I don't know how old your kids are, but when you could actually just say, guys, we're going to Cape Town, pack your bag and meet me by the door. And 10 minutes later, they're there. It's like, it's so amazing. Marcus, you're 40 and ashamed to say you've never been to Cape Town. You need to go soon. If the people in Cape Town can please let me know that you're in Cape Town, because we're going to be doing the giveaway for the virtual portal cafe giveaway for the virtual reality session. So if you're in Cape Town, please let me know. Shanae, we are going to Cape Town December. You can't wait. You'll be flying with your 3-year-old. Oh, that's exciting. You're a bit nervous because he's so busy. Yeah, you're going to have to plan for that. Nadia, love the pictures you posted. Looks like you had a blast. It was fantastic. But now I'm going to have to do like a photo bomb so I can get all the stuff up on Instagram and Facebook. Nanku, you've never been in Cape Town. It's a beautiful, beautiful place to be. Jill, you feel like pizza right now. Laurie, you got to remember Scarborough. It sounds cozy. It's beautiful. It's just so down to earth and stunning. And they don't have, they've got Camel Rock restaurant, and that restaurant has got like a little cafe, but it's very small, very sort of, yeah, it's not like even a 7-Eleven or anything like that. There's no 7-Eleven, there's no Checkers, there's no, it's a very quiet place. If you want a quiet place to get away, but then you also want to be able to do stuff in Cape Town, it's perfect. So it's a lovely spot to stay and be quiet and all of that. And when you want to go and do something exciting, you take a quick drive and everything is there. Rhea, you are in Cape Town. Awesome. Oh, Dom, you're also in Cape Town. Fantastic. Cape Town in the house. Jill. Awesome. Their sisters are awesome. Yeah, it's fantastic. And when we go there, we all go vegan for the weekend because my sister's vegan. So she cooks the most amazing vegan meals for us. Janet, you're in Cape Town, grew up in the southern suburbs, used to live in Kommetjie. Okay. So I grew up in Noordhoek, so we were on the other side of the beach. And yes, you know, Camel Rock Restaurant. Can't believe it's still open. Yeah. Southern suburbs is the best, definitely. Cape Town is cold. You must dress warm. It is cold right now. Saldanha is also freezing. That's why, once again, I am dressed, peeps. But I've got my winter uniform on, which is my nightgown over my clothes. Yeah, sorry. Marcus, is it true Cape Town is always cold? No, not necessarily, but you just don't know what you're going to get. And like also, if you're in Cape Town, like the CBD of Cape Town, and you live in Scarborough and you're going to drive to Cape Town, whatever you're wearing in Scarborough, whatever the weather's like, you cannot bank on it being that in Cape Town. So, you know, you need to pack. You know, if you're going to dress warm because it's cold in Scarborough, make sure you got layers so that by the time you get to Cape Town, CBD, you can start peeling it off. And then you go to another area in Cape Town and the weather's completely different. It's absolutely insane. So, yeah. Okay, so that's Camel Rock Restaurant. That's where we went on Friday night. Then on Saturday morning, we went to Emma Farm, which is in Kommetjie, so it's just around the corner, and it was absolutely amazing. I did share an Instagram post this week, and that was that we're holding this. It was this gorgeous little baby bunny, and that was at Higgledy Piggledy Farmyard, which is in Emma Farm. Just take a note, please, and I did apologize on my post. You're not actually allowed in the main section with the bunnies. You are only allowed when you walk into the cage. It's like there's a section there where you can sit and you can lean over, and the fence is only this high, and the bunnies on the other side, and it's low so that the children can reach over with the food and feed the bunnies. But the children were on that side with the bunnies. So I'm like, yay, bunnies. And I jump in and I'm cuddling this cute little bunny. And then I got kicked out. You're not allowed right in with the bunnies. Anyway, there's piggies, there's goats, there's bunnies, there's a pony, I think there were cows and some ducks and stuff. So, yeah. Candace, you looked so in love with that bunny. It was so small. I just wanted to pop it in my handbag and take it back with me. Yeah. And we had a beautiful breakfast at Blue Water Cafe, which is also in Emma Farm. I'm just going to pop the link in over there. And I'm just going to pop Peter up. He's arrived. Hi, Pete. I'm
Hello.
of a thing. So everybody, this is Peter. And when I was at Cape Town, when I went to Emma Farm, I met up with my bestie, Mary Ann. We've been friends since, I don't know, since school, since at least 20 years. And this is Pete, her husband. So you came in at the right time. After Emma Gift Farm, we went to Pete's place. We went to Virtual Portal Cafe, which is in Sunnydale. Let me just pop the last link in quickly. This is to Higgledy Piggledy Farm, where you're not allowed to go in with the bunnies because they kick you out. Oops.
That's a beautiful little farm there.
Yeah, we had so much fun. I'm just waiting for my link.
Even as a grown man walking to the little bunny enclosure, you're like, oh, you little bunny. Oh, it's all cute.
You would get kicked out big time, just like I was kicked out. But I got my photo first before I got used. Okay. So Pete has just opened up Virtual Portal Cafe, and it's a spot where you can go for a virtual reality experience. I gave it a go. I didn't like the roller coaster much, Pete. No, it just made me feel a bit. I don't mind the roller coaster. I don't mind being on a roller coaster, but it just made me feel out of whack. And then Pete put me on what was that thing? Training.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So it's for a lot of people who struggle with virtual reality. I mean, the thing with VR, how it works is obviously you're put in a virtual world. And I mean, I have to disclaim this, that with a lot of people who struggle with motion sickness and what have you, they tend to struggle in scenarios where you are standing still and the background is moving past you, and your body and your mind doesn't kind of compute very well. Like I don't feel the motion. I don't feel this, that. Why is my body doing this? So sometimes a roller coaster is not for everyone, which is why in those sort of scenarios, I put you in like a sort of first taste of VR, which helps people kind of get the idea of how VR works. And then the background doesn't move anything. You move where you want to move. So you have full control. Your mind can compute it a little bit better. And there you get to kind of interact with sort of items in a world, like table tennis bats and rockets, and try and shoot a little laser pistol at targets and stuff like that. So that suits people who struggle with sort of motion sickness and vertigo and so on and so forth. Whereas you get other crazy people who handle roller coasters perfectly fine, like myself and many other of the young kids today. So as soon as I could see you were kind of like struggling with the roller coaster, I was like, right, time to get rid of that.
I don't get motion sickness. I don't get car sick. I don't mind roller coasters, but just in that, it kind of, I was feeling a bit offy, you know?
Yeah. That's the thing. It depends on the degree of how bad your sort of motion sickness and vertigo is. My mom is very prone to that sort of thing, but she loved the whole idea. I was like, oh my god, I wanted to try this VR headset. And when I first got my first rig, she immediately wanted to try it on. She's like, oh, I want to try the roller coaster. And I'm like, okay, fine, that's fine. But I didn't know how bad her vertigo was, or the fact that she had vertigo, and the fact that this affected someone so badly. So literally 30 seconds in, she's like, oh, this is amazing. Oh, I don't feel so good. And had to take it off. Whereas then I've got other kids who, it's great for like young kids, like 5, 6, 7-year-old kids to do the roller coaster because, I mean, the kids to today are like, they're prone to all of this sort of stuff. They go nuts for this sort of thing, and they just sit in the chair and watching this roller coaster ride. I mean, you get put in scenarios with dinosaurs, and there's one with a dinosaur roller coaster, and one with in the Rocky Hills, and then there's one in the North Pole, and you can sit next to Santa Claus, and he's like yelling ho ho in your ear while you're going through the North Pole. All sorts of fun things. I can show you.
Well, we've got a question for you, Pete.
Yes,
it's a bit off topic. Have you ever been to Rotanga? Their rides are awesome.
I know Rotanga extremely well. I've worked with them quite a bit, funny enough. I was involved with some friends who did all the sort of live dance shows and what have you. And I got contacted by the owner at one stage when were going through the selling phase. And one of the first roller coasters they wanted to kind of sell off was the Diamond Devil to some Chinese corporation. And they asked me to make a video of their ride. So of course I brought my cameras and GoPros and so on and so forth, and they literally booked off the ride for me for the whole day. It was mine for a whole day, and attaching GoPros wherever I could, and I'd sit on the roller coaster to make sure the cameras didn't fall off and go do the ride. And the first time I was like, "Wee, this is fun." 2 hours later, I've repositioned GoPros, and I'm just kind of like checking my cell phone as I'm doing the roller coaster rides. You can get kind of tired of it after a few hours. Because you're doing the same ride over and over and over again. But no, Rotanga for me was amazing. I loved it, the Cobra and that sort of thing, which is also why I love this sort of roller coaster rides on the VR headsets, because there you've got a whole variety of different roller coasters that you can go on at a click of a controller, really. Going to the North Pole, Rocky Mountains, wherever, without standing in a queue for half an hour just to get on.
Yes. Because that was the thing. Like, I went on that, what was it, the Cobra? But I mean, you got to wait for an hour before you go on the thing. And then you go on this quick little ride. And if you want to do something else, you go stand in the queue again.
Yeah.
And I suppose also if you're feeling if your child starts feeling nauseous, you can just pop the headset off, as opposed to a roller coaster where you kind of got to like finish the thing.
Yeah.
Cool. So, Pete, I'm going to pop some links in quickly. And I'm just going to explain to people where you are. So I know a couple of people are in southern suburbs. A few people have said that's where they are, where they grew up. So I also grew up in the southern suburbs. So if you know where Long Beach Mall is it by the McDonald's?
It's by the KFC there. It's by the KFC. So there's the whole Shell petrol station with KFC and so on and so forth. And the best way to describe it is there's at the back there's VDE Cafe with Paintsmiths. And I'm on the second floor there. I will be putting up signage very soon, so to make it easier for people to find me. But at the moment, I'm just kind of operating off word of mouth, which seems to be doing all right. But yeah, we're up there in the second floor. It's a prime position because I chose that spot because it's between two malls.
Yes.
And the whole concept of what I'm trying.
Tell them the best part.
Yes. So the best part is obviously we have all these rigs and all these games and what have you, but the whole concept that I wanted to do is for parents who wanted to go shopping. I mean, you want to bring your kids with, or you have to bring your kids with, and there's nothing more inconvenient than like having your kids nagging you while you're in trolley. So why not dump them with me at the shop? Because what I've set up a security system into the shop so I buzz people in and out. They cannot get in or out without my say so. The reason being so that when parents come in and they drop their kids off, they know they're safe with me. I'm a very nice and friendly guy. I'm a troop scouter in Fishhook, so I deal with like 30, 40 kids every week. I've got police clearance and medical aid training and so on and so forth. and I love working with kids. And I thought, like, why not pair that with playing games and helping parents out, being able to drop their kids off. They can play games for hours upon ends, however long you want them to play for, whilst you can go shopping or go on a date or just go have lunch or have
Wow.
breakfast or
Yes.
do whatever you like without having to stress about your kids. And I'll have all your details. If there's any issues, I have all your details. I can contact you if your kids are having a bit of a panic attack. But I mean, you've got 6 VR headsets and PS4s going on, and there's bathrooms there, and we'll have food and stuff available. So like they're not going to want to leave. They'll stay there for days, hopefully. But the main concept being that I wanted to be a safe space for kids, so parents know that they can drop their kids off and not stress about it. I've actually had a couple of people who've done exactly that, and it was they loved it. It was great. They dropped their kids off, weren't stressed about it at all, and the kids didn't want to leave.
Well, I tested it out because when Pete explained that to me, I'm like, that's amazing. So I'm going to leave now. I didn't have long. I think I was out for 5 minutes. I just went downstairs. I walked into the garage. I bought a Coke, and then I came back. But it was just nice being able to get away for a few minutes. And right outside his place. So if you come down the stairs, it's there's a coffee shop. What is it? Vita Cafe.
Vita Cafe, yeah.
Yeah. So you can leave your kids there. And even if you don't want to go on a date or go shopping, you can just sit all on your own and have a cup of coffee. Because I'm sorry, to me, that is bliss.
Yeah.
Knowing that my kids are just over there behind a locked door, so they can't get to me. And they're safe behind there, and I can just have a coffee on my own.
But the thing is, I provide that sort of service because I mean, obviously it's a need and a must for a lot of parents just to kind of have that break. But what I ideally would like to kind of push forward is, and I've had the scenario already where VR games is for everyone.
Yeah.
And especially adults. I mean, I'm loving it. So what I try and push forward is that this is a place where we've got 6 headsets. You can play multiplayer games and play with your kids. So you as a parent, come and join your kid in doing something really new, something different. We got games, all sorts of games that are fun to play and multiplayer. That's a big thing I like to push, is multiplayer, being able to play something very interesting and new with your kids. I mean, it wasn't exactly a multiplayer experience, but I had a mom come with a teenage son, and he was recovering from flu, so he wasn't at his 100%, but he really wanted to play VR. And he said, like, oh no, there's Beat Saber. I want to play the Beat Saber game. I'm like, no, cool, that's great. Let's set you up. And the mom's like, I want to play too. I'm like, okay, cool, let's get you into Beat Saber. And she's like, no. I want to work up my frustrations. I want to shoot zombies in the head. That's what I want to do. So and the son kind of looked at her mom and like, don't you want to play Beat Saber with me? No. I've got things got to work out. I want to shoot zombies. So I was like, okay, great. So loaded her up into a game where she can go shoot zombies, and she was horrible at it, but she had the best blast ever. But then after, yes.
Shanae, sorry to interrupt you. Shanae wants to know, from what age do you take the kids?
I take all ages of kids, but just try and keep in mind that virtual reality is a bit on the sort of complex side, in the sense that you're wearing a headset in a 3D world, so you can literally look in every which direction, and you've got a controller in each hand. And some games require a bit of coordination, because there's 2 buttons on the front, which to kind of explain is like, this button will operate this index finger, and this button will operate these 3 fingers here, and then you've got joysticks and stuff for your thumbs here. So it can get a bit complex. So I recommend for most of my games about 8 and up. But as I said, we have other games where you really don't need the controllers at all. For instance, like the roller coaster, you can literally just sit in a chair and enjoy the ride. So I've had a lot of young kids ranging from like 3 to 7 who are not coordinated at all. And I just put them in a chair, put them on a headset, and said, "Listen, where do you want to go? You want to go? Do you like dinosaurs? Do you like Father Christmas? What do you like?" And they're like, "No, I want to see the North Pole." Like, great. Do you want to sit with Santa Claus? Yes, I want to sit with Santa Claus. Like, great. Put them in a roller coaster, and they sit in the roller coaster, and just let them sit in this roller coaster, and they sit and enjoy this roller coaster. And they're like, "No, I want to go see the dinosaurs now." So they just sit there and enjoy themselves. And that for them is easy. I've got other games which are you actually don't need the controllers at all. What's great about these headsets is a new thing that they're coming out with is hand tracking. So the headsets actually track the movement of your hands. And I've got a game which is called Elixir, where you sit in a sort of witch's brewing shop, alchemy shop, and you just test out making potions. And you've got a little flying dragon that's flying around, and they tell you, like, I pour this potion in this one. You don't need the controllers. You literally just use your hands to pour the mixtures in, and then you dip your hand in there, and your hand kind of turns into tentacles. And it's just a fun experience.
Cool.
Yeah, there's a variety. I try and get sort of games for all sorts of ages, but if you really want to utilize the full extent of VR and the more complicated stuff, then I'd recommend from about 8 and up is for those sort of games. But we do cater for the younger kids as well.
Well, I mean, my son is 8, and I tell you, when we hooked him up, he could have lived there, and he could have just stayed there and died there in this
Yeah.
virtual reality world. He was like in his element. So Pete, I'm going to, can you just speak about your pricing quickly? And I just want to, so B's asking, do people have to pay? Yes, it's a paid service. Pete's going to give you the pricing, but this is a good time for me to bring in our stuff. If you use the coupon code Kaboutjie when you book during these June school holidays, you can get 50% off one hour session. So, Pete, go.
Yeah. So what I do is a variety of sort of pricings. We do half an hour booking sessions, 1 hour. So half an hour is about 80 Rand, 1 hour, 140, 2 hours, 260 Rand, 3 hours, 340. For 4 hours, we do 400 Rand. What we're also starting to implement is membership bookings as well. So a 5 hour, a 10 hour, and a 20 hour sessions, so that the kids can just if you like stay in the area and you know you're going to do this quite often, it's a nice more economical way to buy a membership. So if they come and just use a half an hour, we just write off that they've used a half an hour of their membership booking. And another thing that we are doing now is party packs. So if you have a birthday party or an event of any sort for your kids, you can rent out our whole shop for 2, 3, or 4 hour sessions. A 2 hour party is 1,400 Rand, a 3 hour party is 1,800 Rand, and a 4 hour party is 2,200 Rand. That we basically lock out the shop. You can come and decorate it however you want. Put banners up, birthday cakes, bring it in. We've got a little kitchenette that you can store stuff and prep foods, and a bathroom, even with a shower if the kids really get sweaty. And we've got 6 VR headsets and a PlayStation 4 with a variety of games that the kids like, from the new FIFA 22 to Warzone, Fortnite, or I can't remember the whole list of games that we've got. So the kids you can get enough of the headsets, or you've got 10, 12, 15 kids and there's only 6 headsets. The kids who are sitting around can kind of sit and play PlayStation, or actually just sit and watch the kids play VR, because what we've done is we've got a TV screen for every single headset. So you can see what everyone else is watching, and you can kind of get a heads up as to how they're playing the game and do this and get souped up to play what they're playing. So yeah, with the party packs, you get the whole shop to yourselves, and we lock it up.
Awesome. So Laurie's like saying, pizza, market your place for birthdays, and then you covered that hole. And then she's like, you already had the party idea.
Yeah. I literally just had a booking yesterday now for a 3 hour. It's a 14-year-old teenager's having his birthday. So they're booking out their place for a 3 hour birthday party, and they're decorating with the whole theme. Yeah.
Perfect. So another question, how many people does this place accommodate for a party?
So each room is about 6 by 6 meters. So we've got 2 rooms. I have the one room which is kind of our reception with 2 headsets. Those ones I've kind of reserved for the more adult games. and then the other room's got the 4 headsets with the PlayStation. But basically, we've got 2 6x6 meter rooms and a bathroom and a kitchenette. You could easily fit in about 10 to 20 kids quite comfortably. But yeah, as I said, we've got 6 VR headsets that are going at any given time, and a PlayStation with 4 controllers if you guys want to play 2 versus 2 FIFA or any of those sort of games.
Fantastic. I see a lot of people saying that Prunella, she wants a party there.
Yeah.
John's fiance would love it more than the kids.
That's the thing, though. Yeah, I've had a lot of parents who come in and like, oh, my kids are gonna love this, and then they kind of like get their kids hooked up and they look at what they're doing. They're like, can I try that as well? I was like, oh, I've got. What do you like to do? Do you want to shoot something? Like, oh, yes, please. I'm like, okay, come over here. Let's sit you up, and they have a taster as well.
But I found it entertaining. I mean, I enjoyed the training session and figuring out how to pick things up. It was quite cool. I don't think I'd be able to do it for too long because I start feeling a bit ditzy. But then I was waiting for my kids because they didn't want to get off. And there was another little boy that came in, and I could see what he was doing on the screen. And he was like in a mechanic garage. And I think the idea was that he was supposed to be a helper and follow instructions. This kid, they can do whatever they want. This kid is trashing stuff. He opens the bonnet of the car. He throws like a can of gasoline in, and he is like trashing everything, wrecking the place. And I'm like, wow. So this is what kids want to do. They can do anything they want on there. So I was watching him. He was having fun. But his dad was also like, wow. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've got things I've got videos to show you, which could give people a kind of idea as to what the kids can do. I think I'm sharing. Am I sharing this? Yes.
Cool. While you get that, I'm just get that ready.
I'm busy sharing.
I'll pop into the comments again to anyone that's looking for it now. I can't find it. Oh, here's the website. Pete, did you get my email, by the way? You need to fix your social links on your site.
Yes, I know. And unfortunately, on Wednesday, I've only just because I've only been open for about 2 weeks now, and I've just gotten my booking system up and running.
Okay.
Which is fantastic. So people can book online, and I'm sorting out my promotional code. So literally at the end of the stream, I'm going to have the Kaboutjie voucher up and running. So when you do come and book, it'll sort it all self out. You can pay in credit card online. But in doing so, trying to get those links onto my website, I ended up kind of ruining my website.
I know how it is. I've got a site or two.
Yeah. I was under pressure. I had Marianne screaming at me from outstairs because we were supposed to go to some other concert, and I'm busy typing away and trying to. I'm like, I've got to get this booking system uploaded, and then I did that and dragged it in and there, and they're like, great. And then on the car, I just asked Marianne to take a look in the car, like, just take a look at the booking system, and she just kind of looked at the screen and looked at me and said, what have you done to the website? So it's there. It's fine. You can see kind of what's going on there. I will be cleaning it up very shortly, but the booking system's up and running, so that's at least
perfect.
So
okay, one last question, then we're going to check your screen out. What time do you close, Pete? So what are your business operating hours?
Yeah, so during normal times, I open on Thursdays to Sundays. We open from 11 till 8 p.m. And then Sundays we close at 5. But during school holidays and all school holidays, we're going to open every single day from 11 till 8 p.m. Also, still Sundays was going to close at 5 p.m. But basically, we want to make sure we open every single school holiday from 11 till 8 p.m. except for Sundays, closing at 5.
Perfect. Okay. Must I pop your screen up?
Yes. So we were talking about the kid who's doing things. This is what they call a job simulator. You can do you basically working for robots, these TV screens, and you can do a variety of jobs, like working in a store as a clerk, working as a mechanic, and they come and they bark orders at you to serve them all sorts of items. So here you're working as a shop clerk, and people are handing you items to kind of buy, and I don't think I've ever seen one kid actually ever listen to any request here. As you can see, this kid here playing, he's he's being asked to do things, and ends up kind of doing his own thing. See, now he's ordering a slushie, and you can kind of try and find where the slush puppy machine is, have to prep the slush puppy, and there it is. And I got to try and make a slushie for this person. Let me try and skip forward to, I don't know if they had, yeah, there's a whole variety of things that you have to do in Virtual Simulator, in Job Simulator. This is one of the most popular games I have for kids. It is nothing violent about it, other than you doing the violence yourself of throwing slush puppies at machines and stuff like that. But it's good, clean fun. So much so the kids loved it so much that I bought the second one that came out, which was Vacation Simulator. So now that's a whole nother follow-up. The great thing about the Vacation Simulator that they've kind of worked out now is I spoke about the hand tracking concept, where you actually don't need the controllers and you can actually just use your fingers. So for the kids who struggle with the controllers and whatnot, they can just use their hands and do the same things as you can see here. You see the guy keeps like throwing lollipops at no one ever serves the robots correctly. They always just end up throwing things at the poor guys. It's hilarious to watch the kids play this. I think it's amazing. Also show you as well the roller coaster. This is the sort of roller coaster that I spoke about earlier. And here the kids sit in a roller coaster, and there's all sorts of dinosaurs that are roaming around, and this is the kind of like beginning stages of the roller coaster. But you can sit there and look in every single direction. You don't. It doesn't enforce you to actually watch in one direction. You can literally look behind you and like and see whatever you wanted to see. Look up at the sky, look at the ground. You can even take out a little selfie stick and take pictures of yourself. As you can see, it gets a little bit more intense. But this is one of the more like fun, calmer roller coaster rides. Yeah, that kind of freaks people out. And I'll go further on. You end up going through tunnels and caves that the kids love. And as you go further on, the rides get a little bit more intense, going upside down and all over the place. The kids love it. All I just hear the kids going, whoa, 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 oh my God. They absolutely love it. And then just to give an idea, let me show you what other things I had here. So there's other fun things that I had for the really young kids. This is ridiculously cute. Let me just skip it forward. This one's called BOGO. So this is basically you get a little pet creature called BOGO, and you kind of want to try and help it evolve. And you, as you can see, it's asking for food. So you're going to try and find food. Now you get the food and you feed him, and you end up like playing with this creature. So now he gets all happy and everything lights up. And this cute little creature just wants to play and cuddle and wants scratches and tickles, and then the game starts trying to tell you, like, okay, let's teach him some tricks. And they bring out a hoop, and you've got to throw a fruit through a hoop, and he catches that. And the more you do with it, the more the creature sort of evolves, and the environment starts evolving as well. So more things start opening up. So yeah, there's your like sort of machinery that you use. Yeah, now you're going to throw a stick for BOGO. You throw the stick, and off he goes to go fidget. And the kids just end
my
up
daughter would love this, Pete.
It's ridiculously
Adopt
cute.
Me. She loves Adopt Me. I think that's on Roblox or something. Yeah. And then you've got to get pets, and I don't know what you do with them. But yeah, she would love this.
Yeah, talking about Roblox. I mean, what parent does not know Roblox? But we have another game. Yeah, let me just go further on here. This is what we call Rec Room. So Rec Room is kind of like, let me see if I can go to the beginning of Rec Room. So basically, Rec Room is like the Roblox of VR. You play online. We've got all the headsets hooked up online, and you can play all sorts of fun games in Rec Room. This is I'm just showing a little tidbits of some of the top games that they play in Rec Room. But as with the same thing with Roblox, you get like a sort of lobby room where you can interact with other kids, and then you can choose the game that you want to play. So this is a laser tag that they have in Rec Room. So this is one of them. There's like if you've ever seen Roblox, there's millions of games, and that's the same thing with Rec Room. People can create their own games, and they're all fun-inspired games. Nothing, no bloods, no violence. There's a little bit of violence here, but there's no blood. It's just laser tag, basically. And let me go further on. This is a game of frisbee golf. So you play frisbee golf with other kids. So you basically end up trying to throw a frisbee to get into this hole, and that's the concept of that. This is like a sort of Dungeons and Dragons version where the kids can play with each other. You get your bow and arrow and your swords and knives, and you basically have to defend your castle against these little cutesy goblins. It's all very like Lego-y block style. Let me go further on. This is like another one of those like run around shooter games, but as I said, no blood and guts are in this game at all. You basically have 3 versus 3 in a squad. It's like a battle royale game, and you end up jumping in the middle of the forest and chasing each other. And I see that someone has a comment there about the speeds and levels in the roller coaster. Yes, there is speeds and levels in the roller coaster. The great thing about the roller coasters is there's all sorts of different settings in it. So you can just do the plain and simple, sit in the roller coaster and enjoy yourself. But then you've got racing in the roller coasters where you actually can hold on to the bar in front of you and push the bar forward to go faster. But obviously you go a bit too fast, you kind of derail. So you've got to kind of like, you can go fast on the straights and then slow it down in the corners, and then try and race other people on times. And then you've got the sort of shooter in the roller coaster where you can choose your sort of gun, and they've got little targets on the same sort of roller coaster track. So as you're riding the roller coaster, you've got to try and shoot the targets to get points. So there's all sorts of fun settings. There's about, I think, 20 different roller coasters. The one I showed was one of the more calmer ones. The kids love it because there's dinosaurs and what have you, and it's not too fast. But there are 1 or 2 roller coasters. I mean, I'm quite a bit of a pro at VR, and I'm a daredevil. But there have been 1 or 2 sort of tracks where I said like, wow, those made me a little bit nervous. It kind of whips you up and down and left and right, and you're like, what? Oh my lordy, what's going on here? So there's tons of different roller coaster rides. Yeah, so anyways, going back into this, this is quite fun. This is charades. So you literally play charades online with kids from around the world. You get your word that you can see, and you've got to try and draw the item, and people got to try and guess what you're drawing, or do the charades. Tons of fun there. It's more of the charades. We're trying to get a little bit further down. This is more laser tag. Sorry about that. This is paintball. Sorry. So there's laser tag, and then there's paintball. The paintball is lots of fun because it's like when you run around with the guns, when you shoot them, you can use it. Literally sounds like a little paintball. It's like it's very cute, and you get like little sniper rifle versions. So he's got a normal pistol. As you're running, you got to like, you can't just shoot straight. You got to lob the paintball. You got to kind of like, as you would shoot a paintball, the over distance it kind of drops down, so you can kind of like lob over walls, and you get like a shotgun versions of the paintballs and the sniper rifles, and you got to go grab the flag from the enemy team and run it back like you would play in any paintball game, just minus the pain, which is great. I think that was the main ones that I wanted to show. That's
Awesome.
That was Rec Room. And what's the other one that I had for kids? Oh, this is the vacation simulator, as I said. Here they've got, as you can see there, the hand tracking, so you can literally control all your fingers. You're not restricted to just those basic movements there. You can literally do anything with your hands. And this is the vacation simulator. You can do all sorts of like there's vacation mountain, vacation forest. I forget all of them. All the different sort of scenarios that you go in where you try and service all the robots who are taking vacation. You work there at the vacation resort and end up like trying to please the other robots. But of course, you never do that, as kids do. They just end up throwing everything at the robots and doing whatever they want to do.
Shame.
Never once have I ever seen a kid ever kind of just do the job of serving the robots.
Yeah. So
another
Marcus asking, while in your game, do you link up with other players in the game virtually and in real time.
Yes. So all our headsets are hooked up to the internet, so you can literally be playing with kids from around the world. So if you're just coming by yourself, you can play online with other kids from around the world. One of the fun games that we had, which is I love to do. I got to show. This is one of my favorite games. I'm going to tell you about this one. This is what we call Gorilla Tag. I'm actually addicted to this game. It's literally as it sounds, like you're a gorilla where you only have a torso and your arms, and you have to maneuver by using your arms across this map. And you've got this huge forest where you kind of like jump up and down trees and you play games of tag. And it's with 10 other kids. If you come with your friends, you can all join in the same room together and play against other kids from around, or just create your own private lobby if you choose. And you play tag. You run around the forest, jumping up on platforms, running up on trees. What we're watching now is someone who's really good at this game. I mean, I play it fairly often, and I'm nowhere near this sort of level. It is quite tricky, but once you start getting the knack of it, you get more and more sort of impressed with yourself. You're like, wow, look at me, I can climb up this wall now. And that's what you end up doing for the next half an hour. Like, look, I'm climbing up walls. These guys can do things like wall climbing, and also these guys there's actually pro competitions in this game. The guys actually play quite hectic competitions against each other. It's insane to watch the skills that these guys have. But all the headsets have microphones, and you can literally walk up to another kid and start a conversation. The amount of it's very cute. There's a lot of young kids who play in there, and a very helpful community as well. I mean, walking up to a tree and say, like, asking like, does anyone know how I can climb up this tree? And kids will gladly just walk up to you, like stop their game of tag and walk up to you and show you how to play climb the tree, so that you can be kind of a part of the fun. But I'm doing a little bit of an experiment which I've started about a week ago. I mean, I play this quite often with my daughter, and the fun thing about this, I mean, I asked Marianne, like, listen, we've got like, it's half an hour before she needs to go bath. We're just going to play a quick game of Gorilla Tag. And she's like, okay, that's fine. Just make sure she gets in the bath. And then we play. And next thing, I kind of check the time. I lift my goggles up. I'm like, oh my word, it's been like an hour and 20 minutes. But in doing so, as you lift the goggles up, there's like the sweat just kind of like drips down. And I noticed my t-shirt is just soaking wet from sweat. The amount of no, it doesn't sound very appetizing, but just like for an hour and 20 minutes, not even thinking about how tired I am, and then taking off the headset and having to put it away so I can get my daughter to the bath, thinking like, oh, I need a shower now as well. But how much exercise I got into this. And the next morning, my arms were so stiff and sore, literally everything from my neck down. It felt like I'd gone to the gym and done this hectic sort of upper arm, upper body workout. And I thought to myself, this is a great way to do exercise. So I've been doing a challenge now that every day for 1 hour, I would play a Gorilla Tag. And if you're looking at it now, I mean, I can't even explain to you. It's so difficult to explain to people how this world works, because you're just seeing a sort of someone else's perspective. But having the headsets on and having the VR, the 3D world, like you can, it really does feel like you could go out and grab the things. It's so difficult to explain how much fun VR is. The graphics are very blocky, but once you're in it, you don't even think about it. It's an amazing experience. And in getting so, you think like, oh, this is Gorilla Tag. I'm a 42-year-old male. I don't play tag anymore. And then next thing, this kid like yells like, hi mate, I'm coming for you, and you just run. You don't even think about like, I'm a 6-year-old again, I'm gonna run, and like, there's a tree, I'm gonna climb that tree because he's not gonna be able to get me up there, and off you go. And that's you for the next hour or so. You're not even thinking about it. You're like, I've gone back to my 6-year-old self again. I'm playing tag. My poor daughter as well. I mean, I know she's in the game and I'm gonna play with her, but she's just yelling at me like, "Dad, come here." I'm like, "No, you're it. I'm not going to come to you." And just running away like a hooligan. Like I've become a 6-year-old again. Like we're all on the same levels now. It's hilarious. But this game, you can play. It looks silly, but I can't. When I saw for the first time, I thought, "Oh, the kids will love this." It's ended up being like one of my most favorite games to play. Kids just absolutely love playing it, and I love it. It's one of my most favorite games of all time. Another new purchase that we just bought is mini golf. Once again, it sounds like the weirdest thing to play, and everyone told me like, "No, you really honestly have to get this. People will love it." But oh my word, is it so much fun? They've got about 20 different courses. This is being I haven't actually played this course yet, but one of the first ones you play is like a pirate theme. You're inside a pirate ship. As you can see there's all the different courses that are in there, and as you play and start getting a certain amount of score, you start unlocking more. And each course has got 18 holes, and each course is a different theme. So one's a pirate, one's El Dorado, one is this, and you can play up to five people in the game itself. Here's a Chinese sort of theme. And as you're going along, as you can see, there was a little golf ball that was sitting there. You try and collect lost golf balls as a collection. So as you get them, you can find little secret golf balls and add them to your collection, and use them in your next game. And just sit there and play and play mini golf with each other. It's ridiculous amounts of fun, and you only just need like one little controller, and you sit there, and it's like it's weirdly accurate. The controller vibrates as you hit the ball, so it really feels like you're immersed in the world, and it's accurate. It really is accurate. I mean, I play mini golf quite often with my family, and it's accurate. I suck in real life, and I sucked in this game as well. It's a lot of fun, and the fact that you can play with 5 other people, you either create your own lobby or play online with other people. It was crazy amounts of fun. I saw a comment there about the soccer games. We currently don't have any soccer games in VR. I have looked at them. The only one that I could kind of see, which is because the VR is based upon your headset in your hands, there's nothing for your feet, so it's kind of difficult to kind of like make a game for that. They do have one though, which I'm very tempted to get, is basically playing as a goalkeeper. So there's a whole array of people who try and kick to score goals, and you end up like trying to jump and block the ball. But I've kind of in the same time this thinking this might be quite detrimental, because I've seen people get a little bit into it, and I'm just thinking someone should like stop a ball and ends up literally actually just jumping into a wall trying to stop a ball. So I'm at two parts about getting that game, but I'm constantly waiting for them. I really am trying to get more sort of sports games. There is no netball one. I don't know if did I get a video for it? No, I didn't get a video for it. There's a game that I got literally yesterday. And I just got the demo for now, which has quite a bit in it, and it's called Sports Scramble. It sounds very weird, but it is what it sounds like. You play a sport. So far in the demo, they have baseball, bowling, and tennis, and it scrambles the sport. So as you're playing baseball, and you swing the ball and you get a home run, then the next thing they say, now you're playing with a pool noodle, and now you're holding a pool noodle and have to hit the ball with a pool noodle. And then the guy who's throwing a ball is throwing a rubber duck, and the game just starts getting weirder and weirder. Like with the bowling, it's all about kind of a race. There's your normal bowling course with the pins, and you throw the ball, and then they're like, all right, here's your next amount of balls, and then next thing you got a rolling pin from the kitchen, and the bowling alley swaps around, and there's little ferrets jumping around the course, and you got to try and like bowl past them, and it's utter chaos. Playing the tennis, same thing. Like the balls change as you hit it, and it goes over the net. Next thing, the ball turns into like a ping pong ball, and the dynamic of the ball just kind of goes nuts. So I'm going to see how that game goes. If the kids love it, I'm going to get the full game. But it's utter chaos. It was a lot of fun. I could only play for a few minutes because my arms were so tired from gorilla tag that I was struggling to actually start playing the tennis, and I kind of limped away. But the dynamics of the game looked amazing fun.
Cool.
Yeah, those are the sort of kiddie games. Oh, another one that is great for kids as well is this one's called what they call Half and Half. This is honestly one of the cutest games as well. Everyone kind of looks like these sort of characters. As you move your arms, your whole arm kind of wobbles. And what's really, really cute about this is that everyone has their microphones activated, but you can't hear what anyone's saying. They basically turn your voice into baby talk. So as you see someone, you're like, "Hey, how you going?" Well, he has, it's so cute. But the greater part about it is you start in this little lobby with all these different doorways, and each doorway leads to another wall, which is a different game. I'll just jump a little bit forward to show. Okay, this is a game of hide and seek. So you're a giant, and all the other people, little tiny versions, and they go running into the houses, and you've got to try and throw a ball at them when you find them. So this guy's currently trying to find someone hiding in the houses, and let's see if he finds someone. Yeah, so he ends up throwing these little balls to try and catch people, to tag them. It's extremely cute little game. Literally, like, absolutely no violence whatsoever in this game. I mean, the baby talk is just the cute. You'd be amazed as to how you can express yourself with using the baby talk, like when you're angry and loving, and it translates so well. Let's go a little further on. Okay, so that's one. So there, this guy's playing as one of the people who have to be tagged, and he got tagged there. This one here, this is the most therapeutic little sub game. Oh, there's a little snippet from Nemo. You in an ocean swimming with fishes, and they play this nice, beautiful sort of calm zen sort of music, and you just use your arms to kind of like swim in the ocean, and there's fishes and other people, and you can swim up to them and wave at them, and it's so relaxing. Let's see if so you can see there's a whole school of fish in the distance there. You can just go and swim to the fishes and go swim with the fishes. I don't know what's going on there. Then there's hang gliding. So you play like a hang gliding game where you can kind of race each other and go through portals and stuff like that to kind of race each other for time. Where was the next game as well? There was a fun one. I don't think this video had this. So this is this is the game called Half and Half. Absolutely beautiful game. But yeah, those are all like really kid friendly games. Other ones I've got are a little bit more on the sort of fun. Oh, of course, the best of the lot. This game is one of the. This is the game that they had this since the beginning, and it's still rated as one of the top games there is. Beat Saber. So basically, you choose a song, and these blocks come flying at you at the sort of beat of the song. And in one hand you've got a blue lightsaber, the other one got a red. The colors can change as you see fit, and these blocks come flying at you, and you've got to slice the blocks in the direction that the arrows are on the blocks themselves. Well, the great thing about this game is there's different levels of difficulty, so you can go from really easy to expert level. And also you can turn the arrows off if that gets a bit complicated for you. You can really sort of put in some modifiers in there to adapt the game the way you want to see it, or make it more and more harder if you get to that sort of level. I'm quite an avid gamer, and I've kind of like reached sort of medium to hard level. Hard is still kind of whipping my butt currently, and there's still expert and expert plus, and there's still modifiers you can add on top of that. And the great thing about this game as well is you can play multiplayer as well. You can create a whole party of people, so you can play with your friend, and you would see them kind of like off to the side, facing the opposite direction, and see how well they're doing. And on the floor, you could see who's placed in what position. So if your score is the best, you can see in first place, and then you carry on doing your thing. And as I play this fairly often with my daughter, and she always whips my butt. I'd always start off great, and see I'm in first place, and next thing my position changes to second place. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? So I end up having to try and do better. A lot of fun, this game. But it's one of the most popular games we have, and I think it'll stay like that, because I mean, look at this, it's just so much fun. Even my wife loves this game. She was very sad to see all my headsets kind of go to the shop. We had the rigs at our houses for quite a while, and she got heavily into this game. And then obviously they all had to go to the shop. Now she has to come and rent an hour from me just to play this game again.
Awesome. Cool. I've just got Jordan here. Jordan's just joined and wants to know, are there a list of games available? So Jordan, we've just gone through a lot of games available. So these are the games that Pete's got at Virtual Portal Cafe. I'm just popping the website link into the comments now, so you can go check out his website.
Yeah,
so
I will make a list. Yeah,
there it's a Virtual Portal Cafe. They can play games, and it's in Sunnydale. Is it Sunnydale?
Yeah,
Sunnydale,
Google says Sunnydale.
Sunnydale.
The locals call it Sun Valley. It's tech for the people. It's actually Sun Valley. But if you look on Google, it'll come up as Sunnydale. Sunnydale is like a small little subsection of Sun Valley, but everyone knows it as Sun Valley.
Yeah, perfect.
I will put a list on my website. My website's still quite a bit of a mess. I'm still trying to fix it up. I will put a list in there of the games that we do have there. But I will. We've got such a huge variety. I'm constantly getting new games. There's a new one that I've been requested is playing as a Jedi Knight, and you go fight against Darth Vader. You've got a lightsaber, and you can push stormtroopers off edges and block lightsaber shots and what have you. And then I've got a variety of other games as well. I've got Contractors, which is a shooter game. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about seeing the more sort of adulty games where it's shooting zombies and whatnot. I can show you a little tidbit of Contractors.
Okay, must I pop that back on?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Do you do gift vouchers?
I'm still working on the gift vouchers. I have been requested this before. With the booking system is a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
But I have tried. I made a special gift voucher for someone recently. But I will work it out, and I am aiming to do gift vouchers. I just have to try and talk to my booking company as to how I can get that worked out properly. It's a bit difficult, but I do promotionals. I mean, I'm constantly doing specials. We do specials like Thursdays and competitions. If you just keep an eye on my Facebook, I'm posting almost every single day as to what specials we have. Like we have a special for Father's Day on Sunday. This is Contractors. So this is like one of the games I'm promoting for Father's Day, where it's a good old shooter. But the great thing about this game is it's really complicated, because it's not just kind of like, we're going to run with the gun and shoot. You run out of bullets, you have to pull the magazine out of the gun, reach on your on your belt, put the magazine, try and cock the gun again and aim. And you think you're a great shot, but when you play this, you not as accurate as you think you are. I had another one.
Pete, I'm just dropping Pete's Facebook page into the comments now, so you can go check it out if you want to go see all those specials and giveaways that's happening.
Yeah, as you can see, there's a whole variety of games. You literally have to pop the magazine out, pop it back in, cock the gun, and get to it. When I first started playing this game, it took me about 15 minutes to kind of figure out how to do all this. And people would run up to me and just see like, oh, shame, this poor guy is struggling, and then casually would take their time and slaughtering me. But the same thing, like you can't just now throw a grenade. You have to take the grenade, pull the pin, and throw it. and if you're a pansy at throwing things, then you're not going to get a grenade very far. Great fun for the adults. As I said, there was a mom who wanted to play shooting zombies, so we've got this game here. We can play multiplayer with you and a mate in a storyline mode, and a bit on the violence side. And so I advise this only for the adults. But you run around with you and a friend, or you can do it on your own and go through this whole sort of storyline and having to shoot zombies. We had a mom come in, and this is the game that she wanted to work her frustrations at, and she was absolutely horrible at it. Even sitting point blank with a zombie, she would end up shooting all over the place. So I think she would be a horrible partner in the zombie apocalypse. But she had a ridiculous amount of fun. She had so much fun, but she just didn't stop playing this game. We have there was another one here. Where was it? Oh, yeah. After the Fall. So this is another zombie game. We can play 4 people in a team. Another quest-driven game as well, where it's all ice-based and it's just utter chaos. It scares the bejesus out of me, but a lot of fun, and a fantastic game to play with friends. It's you and 3 other friends, 4 players in total, doing all these sorts of missions, all sorts of different weapons and guns, and I play this with a friend of mine fairly often. We have tons of fun with it. Sure, the games, the amount of games are quite far and wide. There was another one. Another new game that we got is good old fashioned boxing.
Oh,
I just bought this about 2 days ago, and I tried it out, and I will admit I am not the most fittest person in the world, so I lasted about 5 minutes. I I got so tired. The great thing about this, and I'm sure a lot of people know that in the old days, we Nintendo, we kind of punted the whole controller system on how you can get exercise, but people figured out very fast that you could kind of just flick your wrist to do what you needed to do to play the game. This is a whole different ball game. If you want to punch something and punch something hard, you have to punch something hard. You have to actually get your arm in there and give it a good swing, because if you give a little poke with your fist, the game will laugh at you. And this is the beginning of the sort of game where you can go training with someone and just try it out. And because it's the sensors work in the headset and the arms, you literally have to duck and weave and put up your arms to block the punches. And then you can start a career mode where you can start training up against fighting like sort of amateur levels, and try and aim for a world championship. I can push further on where you can choose different opponents that you want to fight, have a proper fight in a ring, and it's hard. It's really hard. I had 2 kids yesterday come play this game, and the mom dared me to try and get them to be tired, and this did it. This finished them off. The poor kids had to sit. I have a whole array of bean bags all over the place, and the mom arrived, and their time was up. I was like, took the headsets off, and they had to actually sit and lie down in the bean bags for about 5-10 minutes before they can actually gather enough energy to go down the stairs to the car. They were they worked themselves to utter exhaustion. It was hilarious. And then any other? There's 1 or 2 other games I wanted to kind of punt for adults. So that was basically about most of the games that I wanted to punt. I've got a huge variety of games that I'm obviously wanting to punt. I'll show one last clip, which is actually our promo. Oh, wait, hang on. There was one game that I don't know if I actually put in here. No, I did not. Is a game called Elven Assassin. If you've ever wanted to be Legolas from Lord of the Rings, this is the game. It's basically, I don't have it with me here. I will show my promo video. This is a video that we have on our website to kind of show the variety of games that we have. As you can see, this contract is this is what I was talking about, the bow and arrow game. that's my daughter and her niece and her friends who came over to come test out these games. And there's Township Tales as well, which is kind of like a Minecraft game, very complicated Minecraft game.
That's what
But
my kids played with the bow and arrows.
Yes, yeah.
They loved it.
So basically, you and up to 8 people can join in trying to defend your castle from a whole barrage of orcs, and sit there shooting bows and arrows, and then as you progress, you can get fire spells and ice spells, and then dragons start arriving and wyverns start arriving, and yeah, that's all my games that I have currently to show.
Awesome.
But you have a whole barrage of orcs and stuff coming to take your castle out, and you and your friends have just got to sit there with bows and arrows trying to take out these orcs and dragons and so on and so forth. It's a lot of fun. Like whenever I have a mass party, it's the one game that I always advise. It's a lot of fun.
So I've got people saying now Pete's only just opened, guys, but you're getting requests. They want you in Durban. They want you in Joburg.
Oh, I'm working on it. Okay, let me get one place open at a time. I'll get there.
Yeah, because Jordan says you need this in Durban as well. There's our virtual reality setups in game rooms at malls, but only 15-minute sessions before, and it's over before it begins.
Yeah, 15 minutes is way too little. I mean, if it's your first time trying VR, 15 minutes is not enough. I always try and I'm always very malleable when it comes to people trying for the first time. So I always kind of, if I don't have any extra bookings at the time or there's space, I kind of give people a little bit of extra time to kind of get used to things. And I'll only log the time once you actually start playing the games, because it takes about 5 minutes to kind of get the headset on and get the sizing right and so on and so forth. So I always try and be fair and log the time from when people actually start playing the game and start experiencing everything. But once they've tried it out, and the thing is with VR is, as I said, the more complicated games can be a bit complicated, and the great thing about it is that once you start progressing and start learning how to do things. I mean, you tried out the first steps where you start learning how to pick up a ball and then throw the ball and then pick up a bat and start hitting things, and then you get better and better at it. I mean, the first time I'm an avid gamer, and the first time I played Gorilla Tag, and you don't even need the complicated buttons. That's just walking with your knuckles, but getting the coordination of how to do things. I had little 6-year-old kids in the game running up to me saying, "Can I help you? You don't look like you're very good at this game." So there's me for the next 20 minutes taking advice from 6 to 8-year-olds on how to climb a tree and how to do things. So, the better you get at it, the more fun it gets. So this is why I always try and do this sort of memberships. I want people to get a taste of it, and then say like, "Oh wow, this is fun," and like, "Wow, I want to do this," and then but people always struggling to do it. But the level of happiness I see from people when they actually get something right, like, "Oh wow, I got that right." For instance, we had that mom playing the zombie shooter game. She sat for ages. She died so many times because she struggled to kind of eject the magazine out of the gun and put a magazine back in and then get the gun going. By the time she got that right, zombies had shot her. But then 5 minutes later, she started getting really fast at it, and then went on a zombie shooting rampage. If she managed to hit anything, she was a horrible shot. But but she was getting better and better and started progressing more and more. And that's the fun thing to always watch, as people start getting more and more fun. We had I had 2 kids yesterday come. They specifically came to play Gorilla Tag because the one kid had come the week before, and he experienced Gorilla Tag, loved it so much, and his whole purpose was that he's already got a bit more experience on the Gorilla Tag, and he wants to bring his friend who always beats him at all the other games. And so now he wants his kids like, "No, come, we're going to play Gorilla Tag," and progress to try and like show him up. But 20 minutes into it, this other kid kind of started grasping the concept, and the next thing, the two of them are bouncing off trees and walls and yelling at each other, trying and playing tag. It was fun to watch.
Awesome, Pete. Are you opening this morning?
Yes. So literally, as soon as I finish the stream now, I'm going to load up the promo code for everyone at Kaboutjie, and then literally as I click that, I'm dashing straight to the
You're out
car
of there.
and opening up shop.
Okay, yeah, fantastic. Yeah, so I trust Pete. You can leave your kids with him. I've known Pete for 20 years, as long as I've known Marianne, just about.
Yep, pretty
I
much.
think. Yeah,
Yeah.
And I went in, I tried the training game, and I remember saying to Pete, like, how am I going to know what to do? And he says, don't worry, you'll figure it out. And for the first few minutes, I was like, what the? And then slowly but surely, I hit a ball with a bat. The second time, the first time I dropped the ball. And swung my bat. But it's quite fun when you get and I'm not a gamer, so to get me in there and kind of enjoying it, that's I mean, I play solitaire. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm a solitaire
Yeah.
person. Candy Crush.
The thing is,
But it was quite
I
fun.
could go on for hours explaining all the different things that the VR headsets do. I mean, there's VR YouTube as well. If you really just want to come and experience something, the first time I started getting the headsets, I tried on the VR YouTube. So YouTube's on there with all the 360-degree videos. And that blew my mind, because there's a lot of great sort of channels in there, like a lot of nature people who post their videos. They had these guys who have a lion sanctuary, and they'd always put their little sort of 360-degree camera inside the feeding pen with the lions. And you watch this video and you're in amongst the lions whilst they're throwing meat over the fence to these lions. And you just sit there and you can literally turn a 360-degree. I had a heart attack, because I was like, wow, look, there's lions over there eating. And they progressed to turn around, and there was a lion literally right up against the camera, sniffing the camera. But obviously you don't think that yes, it's sniffing. You just think that there's a lion right there, like about to take a lick of your face. Had to take a step back. They put cameras in the pathways of where elephants go marching. So you sit there, obviously the camera's static, and you just sit there and enjoy the beautiful scenario, and then see these elephants basically walking past you, but like almost right on top of you. And you'll never be able to experience that in real life. But they're able to put these cameras in scenarios where you can see it in full 3D 360 degrees. It's amazing. Absolutely love it. Yeah, there's National Geographic of 360-degree cameras flying over the Alps. And as you're going there, you can look wherever you want to do, but they label things like, here's the summit and this is the distance up the mountain. That's just one aspect. We've got big screen, which is a cinema experience in VR, where you can choose what sort of cinema you want to be in, sit in the cinema, and if you've got a video that you want to watch, a movie, you can watch a 3D movie. So I loaded up Avatar in 3D on the headsets, and you can invite your friends if they've all got that movie and sit in a cinema of your choosing, from an old school cinema to an adventure one to a drive-through, and then watch a movie in 3D as you would at the cinema. I promise you, 5 minutes into it, I completely forgot that I was at home wearing goggles. I actually honestly felt like I was at a cinema watching a movie in 3D.
Wow.
And you can turn around and see all your friends, obviously comical avatars that they've created themselves, but they're there watching the movie with you, and you can spawn in popcorn and Coke and tomatoes and just throw them at each other while you're watching a movie. A bit disruptive, but fun nevertheless. The more as I get into it, the more I'm doing research into doing the sort of business side of VR. But currently, all I want to do is make sure kids and moms and dads alike can experience VR in the most funnest way possible by playing games and hopefully with each other. That's my goal. And also being able to give parents a chance to just leave their kids at the shop, let them experience VR, and they can go off and do their own things. Go downstairs to Vidi, go have a coffee there, or go to the mall, go do your shopping, or go to one of the many restaurants in the area and just go have a date. Go for like 2 hours and chill, and then leave the kids with me. I've got all your contact details when you come in, and the kids are not going anywhere. They're very safe with me. They can only get in and out with my permission. I've got the only buzzer that buzzes the door to unlock things. So they're in there no matter what. A lot of fun.
Pete, you've been busted here. Marcus here has told you you're an addict. You're definitely passionate about this.
Oh, I've been an avid gamer since the day I got my first Nintendo. And I'll always be a gamer. And
We can
unfortunately,
see that.
that's rubbed off. As you can see in the background there, there's my daughter as well. She's also an addict as well, and a
Hi,
pro
Claire.
gamer. It's quite disgusting actually. She's almost 11 years old, and I've been playing games for 30 years, and she's starting to beat me at my own games. It's quite bad. But I'm proud at the same time. But I love playing games, and I just wanted to share this sort of experience with everyone. I mean, coming to like the whole lockdown and everything, I want people to play multiplayer games and play with each other. It's fun playing by yourself, but come with friends and play the multiplayer games. It literally triples the experience. It's so much fun.
Yeah, we've got women getting some wonderful ideas here. Shana is like, my husband can drop me off and he can do the shopping. I'm
Yes.
like, now you're getting it.
In saying that as well, I've got a couple of I haven't showed these. I've got a couple of other games and apps. I've actually got workout apps where you can do a proper workout. So we've got like the HIIT, I don't know anything about these sort of workout programs. HIIT is high intensity something training.
High intensity interval training.
Yes, that. So I don't know what it stood for. I tried it out. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try this HIIT thing, and they progress in teaching in doing you've got this trainer, and they're telling like, okay guys, we're gonna do boxing now, and then you start going and boxing. I'm like, oh, this is so much fun, and then like now we're gonna now duck and this, and then 5 minutes later I'm lying on the floor in the puddle of my own sweat. I'm like, wow, this works. My daughter, who's a lot fitter than I am, she does gymnastics twice a week and parkour and so on and so forth. She did a full 7-minute workout session, and she was finished. I've never in my life seen her so tired in my life. So it was quite and you could choose obviously your intensity of workout. So she chose like a sort of medium level, but still 7 minutes she was finished. So it's actually a really fun way to do. If you want to go for a workout session, this is the place. Like, listen, like ladies want to come do a workout session, book out the place for an hour. I'll close it off. I'll close my eyes, come with your leotards and what have you, and I'll set up a VR, set up a VR workout session where you're gonna have lots of fun.
Awesome, cool. Should we pick some winners now?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so my first winner of boom. Dom de Govia. I don't know if I'm saying the name right. For you and your fiance, you're going to win 2 by 1 hour sessions. So you can go with your fiance. Your fiance can go with a friend. You can go with a friend, or you can go with your kid, or your kid can bring a friend. So yeah, send me an inbox on Facebook with your email address, and then I'll hook you up with Pete to organize that. Congratulations. Next winner for 2 by 1 hour sessions at Virtual Porter Cafe. We've got B Ash. Definitely bring the kids, leave them with Pete, go drink yourself some coffee in peace and quiet. No, I think it's fantastic. Send me inbox me on Facebook with your email address, and I'll hook you guys up. Let's see what else.
I'm looking forward to seeing them.
Awesome, fantastic. Oh, Pete, I love that you have your daughter set up on this because girls generally don't want to play games. Love it. My daughter loves playing games, but not the shooty ones. She likes her pets, nurturing her pets.
Well, you'd be amazed. My daughter's a massive Beat Saber addict, and she prides herself as being like a Beat Saber champion. I've got plans for competitions to come up where setting high score, so come win prizes or what have you, and then whoever gets the high score for the week will win the prize. And my daughter just basically announced, like, listen, no one's going to beat my high score, so you may as well just give me the free time. So she's setting a challenge to everyone to come beat a high score. But girls like Beat Saber because you get to choose all sorts of songs from Billie Eilish to Skrillex to, and you play those songs full blast in your ears as you're doing this workout. It's just so much fun.
Perfect. Cool. Dom, enjoy, and enjoy.
Yay! Looking forward to seeing you guys.
Forget, I'm just going to pop Virtual Portal Cafe in the links once more. So you can get 50% off a 1 hour session during the June holidays.
Yes, indeed.
Using the voucher code Kaboutjie. Pete is going to load it on now. So just give it a
Yes.
few minutes after the video and you can go and pop that coupon code in for the school holidays, 50% off. Cool, Pete. Thank you so much. That was
Yay!
so much fun.
No,
I
there
mean, I
was. It was
a
amazing.
little bit on Saturday, but I've really gotten a lot more insight now. And of course, now I know where to leave my kids when I want some time out, when I'm in Cape Town on a weekend.
That's amazing. No, I'm looking forward. I can't wait to meet everyone. I want everyone to come through. Just come pop through, take a look. I'm always keen to people just put on the headset for 5 minutes, just to take a look. But I just want people to come and experience this. There's no ways to actually explain how VR looks. You can't show videos. You can't watch videos about it. You have to actually experience it. It's mind blowing what it actually feels like and what it does.
Perfect. Cool stuff. Pete, you better run. You got 10 minutes to load the voucher.
I know. I've got to open shop in 10 minutes. But I'm not before I load up the promo for all your Kaboutjie fans. And yeah, 50% off for a 1 hour special. I'm looking forward to meeting everyone there. I just want to see kids in there having a ball of fun, just yelling and screaming as they do. That's all I want to see.
Perfect. Okay, Pete, have a good one.
All right, you too.
Great. Bye, Claire.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Cheers. Awesome. So that was so much fun. I learned so much more about VR and I was already there. So let me see. What other banners have I got? Oh, I got to put my new banner up. So yeah, the 2x2 1 hour sessions giveaway is done. So I've put up my new giveaway, which is for a 250 Rand Checkers digital voucher. So jump in the discussion and you could win a 250 Rand Checkers digital voucher. So something really exciting. Oh, I don't have my handbag. Give me a sec. So I ordered myself a new handbag. I've got my old handbag that I got from Takealot, which I love this bag. It's got 3 different compartments in the middle, each with zips. It's got an outside pocket. It's nice. It's big. But you know what I find is that it only goes over my shoulder like this. And it's been a royal pain in the ass lately. I've kind of found myself needing my hands a bit. And I want a cross, a bag that you can put over your head and have a cross. So you don't have to hang onto it or have it slipping off your shoulder. So I went and I cashed in my Ysense earnings and I bought myself, I'm going to show it to you now on the screen. And I'm going to add a link into the comments. So I went and I bought I've ordered, it hasn't arrived, but it's like a crossbody handbag. I'm going to show it to you on the screen. Share screen. I'm a lot slower than Pete. Chrome tab. Here we go. So this is the bag. I bought it in brown or chocolate. And look at it. It's got a nice strap so that it can go like over my head and across my chest. It's got all these different pockets and compartments, and it looks fantastic. So the price is $22.80, but then there's also shipping and import fees of $19.30. I'm going to stop sharing now. Anyway, I bought that with my Ysense earnings. Last week, I cashed out a $50 Amazon gift card, and I have placed my order. And while I love this bag, and it's a really nice big bag, which is why ultimately I bought it. I love this bag. It's big. It's got all these different compartments, but I'm just needing an over-the-shoulder one. So, yeah, that should be arriving soon. I cannot wait for it to arrive to show you. It is so fantastic. So, yeah, that's coming up soon. And then, oh, remember how my son has gotten so into chess, and he started playing chess at my sister's house, and I sent my sister like photos and stuff of the chess tournaments and his medal, and my sister ordered this from Takealot for my son. I couldn't find it on the website now. I would have added the link, but it is a beautiful wooden chessboard with handcrafted pieces, and it's magnetic. So it comes in this little baggie, and then you, how do I open it? There we go. And it's magnetic, so the pieces stick. So it is really stunning, and we are going to start playing chess at home. So this is a beautiful surprise gift from my sister, which, yeah, we're very chuffed about. Cool. And then I'm going to talk about making money online. My kids are downstairs in the bedroom. They've been banned from coming out, and I'm going to try and wrap this up quite quickly because they're going to be getting antsy now. But yeah, so I've got a number of apps that I use online to make money. My favorite one is Ysense, and I'll tell you why. I'm just going to pop a link. So I've written a full review on my website. I'm going to pop that link in now. And then I'm going to pop in another post I wrote on my website, how to make more money with Ysense. So tips on how to increase your earnings and make more money. Then I'm going to pop a sign up link in as well. So you can just sign up if you want to go there. And I'll quickly explain Ysense. So why I love Ysense is that you can make money through surveys, playing online games, completing offers, and referring other people. And I've been with Ysense since 2015. And I have made, I'll just share my screen so we can go and actually have a look and see what I've made. Oh, I need to first put it on the screen. Share screen, Chrome tab. Okay, so I've made in total $2,306 since 2015. My available balance at the moment is $43. Yesterday I made $2.63. I've made $49.65 this month, $88 last month. For this year, $648. So, I mean, making $2 in a day or $2.63, it's not a huge amount of money, but it's, I'm just stopping sharing my screen there. It adds up over time. And for me, Ysense brings in the biggest income ever that I make from survey sites or little, stuff. So, yeah, that for me is my absolute favorite. The downside is that you have to, it takes quite a bit of time to get into it. I've covered that in my blog post, how to make more money through Ysense. It can be a very huge pain in the ass getting started because you don't qualify for surveys very easily when you first start. It's only once you've been a member for a while and you've done a couple of surveys that it becomes easier to qualify for surveys. But to get to that point, you've really got to be like a dog with a bone. So, yeah, it's not the best one when you first start, but if you put the effort in and you keep at it, it will start paying off. I like that it pays out via Payoneer, via PayPal, via Amazon gift card. But the downside is you've got to make a minimum of $5 to cash out via Amazon gift card, minimum of $10 to cash out via PayPal, a minimum of $52 to cash out via Payoneer. So it takes a while to get your cash out amount. Yeah, but I really absolutely love it. Oh, Candace, I'm battling with SurveyTime, keeps asking the same questions, very confused. Okay, so I'll go on to SurveyTime. So I'm just going to add the link for you to sign up here. Pop it in. Okay, so SurveyTime, I actually really like SurveyTime. And the reason for that is that it's Ysense has got a lot of stuff going on in different places, so it can be a little bit confusing in the beginning, a little bit overwhelming. SurveyTime is very, very simple. Usually surveys, you get paid $1 for a survey. You can cash out via Coinbase, PayPal, or Amazon gift card. You get paid immediately upon finishing. Sometimes it's not a $1 survey, and then you may be offered a 50-cent survey, but it's the same deal. You get paid out immediately. So yeah, that's why I really like SurveyTime. I find there aren't as many surveys available perhaps as Ysense, but I do find it easier to qualify for surveys on SurveyTime than I do with Ysense. So Candice, to answer your question, you're battling with SurveyTime. It keeps asking the same questions. You are confused. So yes, that is what survey sites do. So what's going to happen is if you get a new survey, what they're doing, number one, is they want to find out, do you qualify for the survey? And while they've already got your information in your profile, they want to see, are people being honest? Because surveys are from real companies that are trying to find out information. And what people often do with the surveys sites is they put in incorrect information, trying to trick the system, game the system so that they qualify. So you're going to be asked the same questions over and over again. And this is basically quality control. So I found often what happens is, so firstly, there's going to be quality control questions. And also there's going to be questions that they're going to ask you to see. So it's quality control and then also seeing if you fit the right profile. So you might go and apply for a survey. It's going to ask you, how old are you? What's your birthday? What's your race? Where do you live? And then you submit that and it says, okay, you qualify for the survey. And then you start the survey. It says, how old are you? Where do you live? What's your race? So yes, they often ask the same questions over and over again. That is one of the irritating things of surveys. So yeah, that is going to happen. Ooh. Oh, Peter says the special is up and running for our 1 hour special from now till the end of June, July holidays. Use the promo code Kaboutjie when booking on our website. It was lovely chatting. Same to you, Pete. Have a good weekend. Cool. $2 a day adds up, says Laurie. Yes, and I mean, my best earning day, I think, was $12 on Ysense. And that only happened once. But yeah. Candice, what are the new games you're playing that you can put on auto on Ysense? I haven't seen any new games for putting on auto. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. I wish there was, but I haven't seen any. Prunella, still trying the Ysense. Got happy the other day. Survey paying $3. Almost finished it. Kicked me out. That is one of the downsides of doing surveys. I mean, I won't lie. B, I struggle to get my money into my PayPal. If I do surveys, it doesn't reflect. Am I doing something wrong? B, I don't understand your question. Have you cashed out from Ysense to PayPal and it's not reflecting? So when you've got money in your Ysense, say you get your $10 and you cash out your $10 into your PayPal, it doesn't reflect immediately in your PayPal. It can take 5 to 7 days. So, and of course, that's often working days. So if you do it today, but usually when I do PayPal, it maybe reflects, if I do it on a Friday, it usually reflects on a Tuesday or so in my PayPal. So yeah, there is a delay. So maybe that's what it is. Larry, oh no, why lie on a survey? Makes it pointless. Well, people lie because they think if they figure out what the survey is looking for, what demographic, if they lie, then they can get paid for it. But it actually works against you because you'll get your account banned because they monitor all your answers. And if your answers are not consistent, you get kicked out. So, yeah. Oh, so many comments coming through again. Jordan, it's great to support local, especially startup businesses, when they engage with us and offer us promos and discounts, even though they just started. Yeah, well, I mean, Peter, literally, when I was there on Saturday, he was setting stuff up and trying to get the internet working and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool. So we got in right in the beginning. Okay, let's see what else. Okay. Okay. Then the other one that I'm doing to make money is, oops, where am I going? Sweatcoin. So And I've spoken about Sweatcoin in almost every single live video. So Sweatcoin is an app that pays you to walk. And what happens is, as you walk, you earn Sweatcoins. So for 1,000 steps, you earn 1 Sweatcoin. And then you can take those Sweatcoins and you can cash it out for offers on the app. I've seen various things. I've seen Amazon gift cards. I've seen Netflix. I've seen eBay vouchers. There's also stuff on, like, you can buy jewelry and stuff like that, but I haven't bought any physical products because it says there that you get the physical product for your Sweatcoin, but then you still got to pay the delivery fee, possibly also import fees as well when it arrives. So I haven't done that. And then Sweatcoin is, I've added the link to join, by the way, if you want to. Sweatcoin is also launching crypto in July. So I have not figured out how the Sweatcoin, I have not written my review because I'm waiting for the crypto to come out so that I can include that in my review, because I want to see how does that sweat crypto actually relate to cash in my hand. Yeah, so as soon as I've done that, I want to, then I'll finalize my review and share that with you guys. But I love it. I love seeing my Sweatcoins add up. It makes me know that I'm like being motivated and I'm walking and I'm doing my exercise, which is pretty cool. Laurie, is crypto legit? Wow. Honestly, I don't think crypto is legit. I don't understand crypto. People have tried to explain it to me. They're going to blockchain, they're going to mining, they're going to all this stuff. And for me, it's a complete, I mean, the only word I can think of is mindfuck. Because you mine for gold. You go into the earth, you dig a hole, you find a gold nugget that is worth something of value. I don't understand how you can mine in a computer for something that doesn't exist and it comes into being and it's worth a monetary value. It just makes no sense to me. So like Bitcoin and all of that, I don't get it. And maybe I'm small-minded or stupid or something, but it makes no sense to me. I mean, the way I see it, crypto is the biggest scam that's ever hit this world. But if I can earn sweat crypto without doing anything, because I walk anyway, and then cash it out for money in my hand, you know what I mean? Why not? So I am very skeptical. I don't know. I do know that you can cash out your Sweatcoin for offers. So that is a fact. But whether you can actually take sweat crypto and have money in your hand, I don't know. I'm going to test it out and I will let you know. And then we'll see. Prunella, I'm too lazy to do Sweatcoin. Prunella, I have hardly been exercising at all. It's too bloody cold to get out on the beach. When it's nice weather, then I go out and I walk on the beach. But now, not so much. But just walking to the kettle and back to make my coffee, I'm cashing up Sweatcoins. So you may as well do it. You can still be lazy. If you go make coffee and you walk and put your washing on the line, it all counts. So do it. Larry, you feel the same about crypto. Nadia, you feel the same about crypto. Okay. Yes, if you can cash it out, it makes sense. Yeah, exactly. But I don't know if you can cash it out. So I'm waiting for the crypto to launch so that I can try and cash it out. And then I'll tell you whether it's legit or not. I honestly can't tell you myself. So we'll watch this space. We'll see. Okay. And then the other one that I'm using at the moment is CashPiggy. CashPiggy it's also an app that you can do surveys on. I've added my link there. If you use my invite code ZFZMEAY when you sign up, you'll get 10 points from me. Okay, so what I like about CashPiggy is that, number one, you don't have to have a huge amount of points. It works on a point system. So each time you do a survey or you complete it, you earn points. Every day you can click on the one thing and get 10 free points. And you only need, I don't remember what it is now. I think it's 300 points or 250 points. Let me have a look. I think it's 250 points. Redeem points. 250 points to cash out. And you can cash out via Amazon gift card or you can cash out via PayPal. And 250 points is worth $1. So I've cashed out once or twice with them. The system is really flawless. I've noticed something funny. When you try cash out a $1 Amazon gift card, it only pays you out via PayPal. And then, so I don't know why, but if you do a higher amount of Amazon gift card, it does pay you out to your Amazon gift card. I don't know why it did that. So CashPiggy is nice. It's very simple. And then I'm trying out some other apps that I've cashed out on before. So the one is Cashyy, Cashyyy. You can download the app. I don't have a link for that. And then you play games. I don't really enjoy it very much, to be honest. And then there's also AppFlame, which is the same. So AppFlame and Cashyy, it actually looks like it's done by the same people. So wait, yeah, so they work on a point thing, and you can only cash out. You can cash out by Amazon, PayPal, Google Play, apparently, but I've only seen PayPal amounts. But I'm not big on playing games. So I have cashed out. If you guys like playing games, check it out. Please type your code in for CashPiggy. I missed it, and I don't have a pen and paper. CashPiggy. That's CashPiggy. There's my referral code for CashPiggy. Come through now. ZFZMEAY. Lynn, the game, most of it is fake. Which games are you talking about? Are you talking about on Ysense, or are you talking about on... Oh, the games that you got to play. They often make you play games that apparently you can earn money to play games on. I don't know how to explain it. So some of the games that you play to earn through CashPiggy or through AppFlame or through, what was the other one? Cashyy. Some of those you do earn to play those games, but those games say you can earn just through playing the games. So those games are fake. Yes, a lot of those games are fake. I don't know if I'm making any sense. How do I use your code? If you're on CashPiggy, go to at the top, you'll see it's earn points, redeem points, invite and learn. If you just push that screen along a bit, it says input friend's code. Earn 10 points when you enter your friend's code. So that's where you put it in, over there. Jordan, you have to click and download the games, not come out and go download it manually. Yes, that's correct. You have to click and download. And B, if you're talking about games, so if you're talking about Ysense, be very careful on Ysense for earning games. Only earn through the app, the Ysense app, and do not earn directly through the Discover or Offer section ever. That's all bullshit. I promise you that, because I've tried. So if you want to earn games through Ysense, open the app, click on Discover, which is the Offer section. Do not play any games directly in there. On the top right-hand corner, you'll see, I think it's called Playtime Rewards or something like that. Click on that. Then you go into that section, and there are games you can download to earn. Only play in that section. And then, the Purple Man, Jordan, Lynne, newcomers, let newcomers know about the Purple Man. Okay, so in general, ignore all the offers in Ysense. The majority of them are BS. But look for the Purple Man. So when you're in the offer section on Ysense, click on Review. When you're in Review, look for the Purple Man. There's an icon that's got a purple man, and he's got like a white beard. There's a yellow thing behind his head. I think it's like a moon or something. Click on that. Do those surveys, because those surveys pay out. Ignore all the other stuff and offers. I'm not saying Ysense is perfect. I earn very nicely through Ysense, but there's a lot of BS on there. And you just need to know where to go. So thanks for the reminder, Jordan, for the Purple Man. Okay, so I'm not going to do any more on the Make Money Online. I know my kids are raving to get out of the bedroom. I'm just going to run. Jordan, how are the panada sashes treating you, especially with this cold weather? My kids haven't been sick, touch wood. I've got them in my handbag. I'm not, no, not this handbag. I moved it because I was out on the weekend. But My kids haven't been sick. Thank you. Ah. And Jordan, even though the sun is out, it's freezing 100%. Cool. Okay, so shopping vouchers, shopping apps for vouchers and cashback. I'm going to run through this real quick because I've got to finish my video. So SnapnSave, if you guys haven't been using SnapnSave, I've saved over 1,000 Rand in cashback this year on SnapnSave. So my review is there. Go check it out. You can also just download SnapnSave from Google Play, I think. So SnapnSave, there's all these cashback offers. You just have a look at what you want to buy. You book it. You shop. You snap your till slip and you claim your stuff. And it takes a few days for your cashback to be approved. And then you can just cash out to your bank account. It's really, really awesome. The other thing that I'm doing is BuySmart. It works on an app and you send hi to 072-897-6278 and then you follow the instructions. So Tiger Brands will give you points for buying certain products of theirs. So it's like Black Cat peanut butter, it's Cross and Blackwell mayonnaise, All Gold tomato sauce, what else? Oros. You can check it all out within the app, and then you snap your till slip, you submit it. They give you points, and you can use those points for vouchers. Apparently, the shopping vouchers, I've never seen them, but I have seen where I can get call time. I can trade my points in for call time. It all adds up, peeps. PanelSmart is another awesome one. It's a bit tricky to use. So you sign up on the website, and then you don't automatically get approved. They're going to phone you and they're going to ask you questions and then they're going to give you a log on. So don't get confused if you sign up and you don't hear anything. You won't hear anything for a good couple of days. And then, yeah, so what you do there is you submit all of your till slips. You scan all of the items you shop for. And yeah, then they give you, I don't quite know how it works yet because I've just started. But last month I only uploaded one till slip and they've allocated a 20 Rand to my account. You can't cash out cash, but you can cash out for vouchers. And there's like Take-A-Lot vouchers and a whole stack of other vouchers. So, yeah, and Candace says PanelSmart is a bit of work. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain in the butt. So what I like about, like, for example, SnapnSave, is you just go in there, you click on the offers you are claiming, you take a photo of your till slip, it's done. PanelSmart is a pain in the butt. You've actually got to scan each individual item you've bought. So like they scan your shopping at the shop, when you get home, you've got to scan it all again. So it's a little bit of extra work, but I mean, you know, you get a bit of money back. So I'm cool. I like it. Another one that's really cool is ibottit. ibottit I really like. So ibottit, you download the app and you scan, you submit your till slips. And you can submit up to 16 till slips in 30 days. Each till slip is worth 20 points. And then also there's sometimes surveys that pay out 50 points, and they're really quick surveys. You don't get kicked out. And when you've earned a minimum of 500 points, you can start cashing out for various vouchers. There might not always be a voucher for 500 points. Sometimes it's 1,500, sometimes 2,500, sometimes it's 5,000. But essentially 500 points is worth 50 bucks. I've got over 2,000 points, so I'm close on getting a 250 Rand voucher for somewhere. It's really easy and quick to do, and it all adds up. So, yeah. And then also check out the Entertainer app. It is a paid app. I think it's 600 Rand a year, but you get the most amazing 2-for-1 specials. At restaurants, at spas, accommodation, you name it. We went to, yeah, that's the other thing I did on the weekend. I only got up to where we saw Pete, and then Pete jumped on. So what I did on the weekend is we went to Cape Point, and I paid for Cape Point with my wild card. Well, I didn't pay, I got a wild card, so we got in for free. And then after that, I went and I met up with friends at Bounce World in Milnerton. It's 105 bucks to get in. But with the Entertainer app, I only paid for one child, but I've got two because I got a 2-for-1 special. So is the Entertainer app a subscription? Yes. It's a yearly fee and I can't remember what the fee is. I think it's 400 Rand, 600 Rand for a year. But if you're going to use it often, it's really worthwhile. However, if you are with FNB, like I am, I love FNB, you get the entertainer for free. So yeah, Lisa said, yeah, the entertainer, FNB is free. So I've got, I did it through the FNB app. Jordan, do points ever expire on apps? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think your points expire. And then here's another cool one, and this is not a chart. This one is very similar to the entertainer. So if you don't have FNB and you're interested in entertainer, but you don't want to pay the fee, I put a link in here. Go check out Hyperli. It's very, very similar. So it's got 2-for-1 specials. It's got all sorts of cool stuff. So you can just go download Hyperli from Google Play. Yeah, I think that's it. I just want to remind you all that I've got some giveaways on my website. The latest giveaway is winner Pips and Moo hamper. Boom. So there's the link. You can go enter over there. The other one is you can win one of 2 Jurassic World hampers. And then the other one is you can win a complete set of Tippy Learn to Read books valued at 2,000 Rand. So you can go check that out. Somebody asked a question, Deborah, is Hyperli subscription too? No, you don't have to pay for Hyperli. Hyperli is free, which is fantastic. And it's really similar to the entertainer. I saw a lot of the same stuff on both. So yeah, if you don't have FNB and you don't want to pay for the entertainer, go check out Hyperli. I think it's really, really fantastic. Cool. So it's been a very long video today. Pete got so excited. So yeah. I think that's it. Oh, if you guys want to buy my addiction ebook, you can get 50% off. I've got a nice code for you that you can go check it out if you're interested in reading all about my crazy days in active addiction and the powerlessness of addiction and damages that you cause and stuff like that. It's also a really good book if you've got someone that's struggling with addiction to buy and give to them to read. It can make them feel maybe not so crazy and not so messed up because, yeah, I was pretty messed up. Jill, Peter was amazing. I love Pete. He is such a fantastic person. Jordan, 2.2 hours for your live today. It's all Peter's fault. Not my fault. Peter's fault. Awesome. Cool. Okay, so winner for the 250 Rand Checkers digital voucher, I'm going to go with Marcus. Yeah, you really joined in the chat today. Marcus, please send me an inbox on my Facebook page with your email address, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. I got to go. It's been too long on my video today. So, yeah, I'll catch up with you all on Monday. Have a fantastic long weekend. Bye. Just want to see if Marcus is here. No, it looks like Marcus is gone. I'll find Marcus later. Bye, everyone. Have a good weekend.